Welcome to the show. We have a good one for you listeners today. Thanks for stopping by. So, we're going to take a look at the second richest man in the world, Elon Musk, and dive into his private life a little bit. But before we get started, we want to ask you to support the channel by going to buymeacoffee.com/SamsonKing and making a donation there. It will really help to support our content. Again, go to buymeacoffee.com/SamsonKing. Thank you very much in advance. So, Elon Musk has a third child with Neuralink executive. Let's take a look at how many kids he now has. Elon Musk has a third child with an executive at Neuralink, his brain implant company. I actually just saw an interview with their first person that they've implanted the brain implant into on the Joe Rogan Experience podcast. It's very interesting. You guys should check it out if you haven't seen it yet. He is completely immobile from the shoulders down, and they've sort of taken out a chunk of his skull and placed the Neuralink implant in there. Very interesting indeed. So Musk and Neuralink Corp, Director of Special Projects, Siobhan Zilis, welcomed the baby earlier this year, Bloomberg News reported. Neuralink didn't immediately respond to a request for comment. In an interview with the New York Post, Musk confirmed the birth of his third child with Zilis, but did not disclose the child's name or sex. Musk told the Post that the birth of his latest child was not kept secret. And I quote, "As for secretly fathered, that is also false," he told the publication. "All of our friends and family know. Failure to issue a press release, which would be bizarre, does not mean secret." I like what he did there, right? It's not a secret to his loved ones. Maybe it's a secret to us because he doesn't feel the need to issue a press release that he's having another child. So us PR people were left out that time. But it's good to show that even Elon Musk knows the press release still work to make things public and to make a widespread announcement. Go PR. So Musk and Zilis are already parents to twins born in 2021, 3 years ago, shortly before the birth of Musk's second child with musician Grimes, a baby girl named Exadark Sidriel Musk. Musk, the world's second richest person with a fortune valued at $207 billion, is a proponent of boosting the global birth rate, claiming in a 2022 tweet that a fall-off in birth is the biggest danger civilization faces by far, and adding that he is doing my best to help the underpopulation crisis. Many countries are already well below replacement rate, and the trend is that almost all will be, Musk told the Post. This is simply a fact, not a debunked theory. The world population has grown to about 8 billion today from 1 billion in about 1900 and is projected to hit 9 billion people by 2045. However, birth rates in some developed countries, ranging from South Korea to the US, have declined in recent decades. The population in the Western world and developed countries are aging, where I believe the average African is about 15 years old, a very young, thriving population in Africa, as opposed to the aging population in developed countries and in the Western world. So, in lieu of the fact that birth rates in some developed countries ranging from South Korea to the US have declined in recent decades, dipping below the replacement rate, or level at which a population replaces itself from one generation to the next, which is generally defined as 2.1 children per woman. Again, we go back to the US presidential debate where we have, a guy in his late 70s challenging a guy in his early 80s, right? It's about time these people step aside, let the younger ones do the job, and be in their ear as advisors. Declining birth rates in developed countries was recently flagged by the OECD as posing serious economic and social challenges, such as placing more financial strain on government services and pensions such as Social Security. Adults are having fewer children for a number of reasons, including a lack of affordable housing for families and the difficulties in managing both a career and family, the OECD said. So, how many kids does Elon Musk actually have now? Musk has fathered 12 kids with 3 women. The Tesla CEO has had 6 children with Canadian author Justine Wilson, who was married to Musk from 2000 to 2008. Their first child died of sudden infant death syndrome, or SIDS, SIDS, when he was 10 weeks old, Wilson wrote in a Marie Claire article. Very tragic indeed. Nobody wants to lose a child. The couple later had twins, Griffin and Vivian, in 2004, followed by triplet in 2006, Kai, Saxon, and Damien. Very interesting. A fact that actually most women that have triplets, it's a very high percentage, is due to scientific and medical intervention. It's not typically a natural birth. Something interesting to look at there. Musk also has 3 children with singer Grimes. So back to the other point, a very high percentage of women that have triplets, it's due to sort of fertilization treatments. So back to singer Grimes. Their first named XAEA-12, not sure how to pronounce that name, was born in March 2020. Their second child, named Exodark Sidriel, was born in 2021. These kids have computer names, very interesting. Their third child, named Techno Mechanicus, was born in 2023. Musk has had 3 children with Zillis, including twins Strider and Azure. Earlier this year, he and Zillis welcomed their third child, whose name hasn't been released to the public. So who is Siobhan Zillis? Zillis, a Yale graduate, joined Neuralink in 2017, according to her LinkedIn page. In Walter Isaacson's biography of Musk, she is described as Musk's intellectual companion on artificial intelligence since the founding of OpenAI. Zillis worked as an advisor to OpenAI from 2016 to 2019, according to LinkedIn, and served on the company's board from 2020 to 2023. She's also a fellow at the Creative Destruction Lab, which she describes in her bio as a machine learning incubator at the University of Toronto. So that's all we have for you today on this episode. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for stopping by. And don't forget to head to buymeacoffee.com/SamsonKing. Link will be up in the description. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you next time.